Hello and welcome back to LN Stories. Today we're making a simple but powerful dish, bitter gourd soup. This soup may look humble, but it's been loved for generations for its healing properties, cooling nature, and deep traditional flavor. In many Asian homes, bitter gourd soup is more than just food, it's comfort, balance, and nourishment in a bowl. In this video, I'll show you how to prepare bitter gourd properly, how to reduce the bitterness, and how to cook a clear, delicious soup that's both healthy and satisfying. So, if you're ready to learn a traditional recipe that feeds both the body and the soul, let's get started. Bitter gourd soup, also known as bitter melon soup or bitter squash soup, one of those dishes that quietly carries generations of wisdom in every spoonful. It is not flashy, not sweet, not immediately comforting in the way creamy soups are. Instead, it is honest, it is bold, it is medicinal. And for those who learn to love it, it becomes deeply satisfying. Across Asia, especially in Chinese, Southeast Asian, and Cambodian households, bitter gourd soup is more than food. It is a balancing dish believed to cool the body, cleanse the blood, improve digestion, and restore internal harmony. Elders recommend it during hot seasons, after heavy meals, or whenever the body feels out of balance. This guide will walk you step by step through how to make bitter gourd soup, from choosing the right bitter gourd to preparing it properly, minimizing harsh bitterness if desired, and building layers of flavor that turn a humble vegetable into a nourishing, soul-warming meal. Before cooking, it's important to understand what makes bitter gourd unique. What is bitter gourd? Bitter gourd Mamordica charantia is a tropical vine fruit with a bumpy, ridged exterior and pale green flesh. Despite being technically a fruit, it is used as a vegetable in cooking. Its bitterness comes from natural compounds such as mamordicin, which are responsible for many of its health benefits. Why people love and fear it: loved for detoxifying properties, blood sugar regulation, digestive support, cooling effect on the body; feared for strong bitterness, unfamiliar taste, slightly sharp aftertaste. The secret is preparation. When treated with care, bitter gourd becomes pleasantly bitter rather than overwhelming. Ingredients for classic bitter gourd soup. This recipe follows a traditional Asian-style bitter gourd soup, often made with pork. You can adapt it easily for chicken or vegetarian versions. Main ingredients to medium bitter gourds: 250 to 300 g pork ribs or pork minced. Ground pork, 6 to 8 cups water, or light stock to cloves. Garlic, lightly crushed 1 small onion or 2 shallots. Salt, to taste white pepper, to taste optional additions, traditional variations, dried shrimp adds, umami goji berries for sweetness and nutrition, shiitake, mushrooms, glass noodles, tofu, ginger slices. Step 1. Choosing the right bitter gourd. Good soup starts at the market. How to pick bitter gourd. Look for firm gourds with tight bumpy skin, medium green color. Very dark equals extremely bitter. Very pale equals immature. No soft spots or yellowing size matters. Smaller gourds, slightly less bitter. Larger gourds, deeper bitterness, more medicinal taste. Choose based on your tolerance. Step 2. Preparing the bitter gourd. This step is crucial. Washing and cutting. Rinse the bitter gourds thoroughly under running water. Cut off both ends. Slice the gourd lengthwise into halves or thirds. Use a spoon to remove the seeds and soft white pith inside. The pith is the most bitter part, so removing it helps balance the flavor. Step 3. Reducing bitterness optional, but recommended if you're new to bitter gourd. Do not skip this step. Salt method. Slice the bitter gourd into rings or half moons. Place them in a bowl. Sprinkle generously with salt. Massage gently for 1 to 2 minutes. Let sit for 15 to 20 minutes. Rinse thoroughly under cold water. Squeeze gently to remove excess moisture. This removes a significant amount of bitterness while keeping the vegetable's character. Blanching method. Extra mild. Bring a pot of water to a boil. Add the sliced bitter gourd. Boil for 1 to 2 minutes only. Drain and rinse with cold water. You can use either method or both, depending on preference. Step 4. Preparing the protein using pork ribs. Rinse ribs under cold water. Blanch briefly in boiling water for 2 to 3 minutes. Drain and rinse again to remove impurities. Using ground pork stuffed version for a richer, heartier soup. 250 grams ground pork, 1 clove garlic, minced pinch of salt, dash of white pepper, mixed well. This mixture can be stuffed into bitter gourd rings for a classic presentation. Step 5. Building the soup base. Traditional clear soup base in a large pot. Add water or light stock. Add garlic and onion or shallots. Bring to a gentle boil. Add pork ribs or stuffed bitter gourd. Lower heat and simmer for 30 to 40 minutes. This slow simmer creates a clean, nourishing broth. Step 6. Adding the bitter gourd. Timing matters. Add the prepared bitter gourd to the pot. Simmer for another 15 to 25 minutes until tender but not mushy. Overcooking can intensify bitterness and destroy texture. Step 7. Seasoning the soup. Keep seasoning simple. Salt to taste, white pepper for warmth. Avoid strong spices. Bitter gourd soup is meant to be light, clean, and balanced. Step 8. Optional enhancements for sweet balance. Add 1 to 2 dried dates or goji berries. A small carrot, sliced for umami depth. A few dried shrimp shiitake. Mushrooms for vegetarian version. Use vegetable stock. Replace pork with tofu or mushrooms. Step 9. Final taste and rest. Once cooked, turn off the heat. Let the soup rest for 5 to 10 minutes. Taste again and adjust seasoning. Resting allows flavors to settle and bitterness to soften. How to serve bitter gourd soup. Serve hot in deep bowls, paired with steamed rice, best enjoyed as part of a multi-dish meal in many homes. This soup is served daily during hot seasons. Health benefits of bitter gourd soup. This soup is often considered food as medicine. Key benefits: helps regulate blood sugar, supports digestion, cools internal heat, rich in vitamins A, C, and antioxidants, promotes liver health. Many people grow to crave it, not for taste but for how it makes them feel. Cultural significance in Asian cultures. Bitterness represents strength, endurance, balance. There is even a saying, bitter first, sweet later, meaning hardship leads to growth. bitter gourd soup reflects this philosophy perfectly. Tips for beginners: start with smaller gourds. Use salt and blanching methods, add natural sweetness. Eat slowly and mindfully. Bitterness is an acquired taste, but once acquired, it becomes comforting. Common mistakes to avoid: skipping seed removal, overcooking the gourd, over-seasoning, using heavy stock. Let the bitterness speak softly, not shout. Final thoughts: bitter gourd soup is not just a recipe, it's a lesson in patience, balance, and respect for tradition. It teaches us that not all comfort comes from sweetness, and not all nourishment comes from indulgence. In every bowl, there is warmth, wisdom, and quiet strength. Once you learn to make it well, it becomes a dish you return to again and again, especially when your body or your spirit needs something grounding and real. And there you have it, a warm, nourishing bowl of bitter gourd soup. Simple ingredients, gentle cooking, and a recipe that's been trusted for generations. Whether you enjoy it for its health benefits or its unique flavor, this soup is a reminder that sometimes the most powerful dishes are the simplest ones. If you enjoyed this recipe, please give this video a like, share it with someone who loves traditional food, and subscribe to the channel for more comforting recipes, food stories, and healthy home cooking. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, eat well, and I'll see you in the next video.